What is up, man? Good evening. What's up, Paulie and Daniel Barry? All right, man. Y'all ready for the game? All right. Ooh, man. Gotta fix something here real quick. Da-na-na. Good evening. Yeah. Right up in here. All right. We got the Chiefs and the Lions. What's up, Paulie? What's going on, man? Tonight. Hope this is a good game tonight between the Lions and the Chefs. The Lions and the Chiefs tonight. All right, man. Man. Well, Toronto's up 1-0. They hit a homer in the bottom of the first. Jeez. They might win. They might win the World Series, man. Yeah. So we'll see if the Chiefs can get back to their winning ways. But they're 2-3, I believe. Amara St. Brown. Yeah, just the year that Detroit it goes to the Super Bowl. So what? I was wearing a Lions cap. Forgot. What? Somebody asked you. Said the game tonight. You didn't know. Man, you didn't know. All right. I didn't know. Damn. Yeah, they got a big game tonight. The Lions and the Chiefs. Hello, Mason. I was like Chiefs. Yeah, man. No. Baltimore's what? Well, Lamar Jackson's out, but the Ravens aren't playing well. If the Chiefs lose this game, they'll be what 2-4. Yeah, that'd be crazy. If the Chiefs lose this game, they'll be 2-4. Who would have had that on their bingo card? Not I. Definitely not I. No. And Toronto up 1-0 over Seattle. Over in the ALCS. Yes, we'll see. What tomorrow's with the NLCS. I don't think there's really any good games tomorrow in the NFL. There's no like really big marquee game. I know there's two games, but I don't think either one of them are kind of like wow, must see TV. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here coming up. But who did I pick in this game? I totally forgot. I think I picked the Chiefs at home. Let's check and see. Yeah, wish they'd go back on ABC. Let's see. So what are my picks at in NFL? I'm 10-2. I missed the Philadelphia game and the Ravens. Don't know why. I don't know why I picked the Ravens over the Rams, but I did. I missed the Philadelphia game and the Ravens game. I'm 10-2 right now, and I did pick Kansas City. No, I'm sorry. I picked Detroit. I'm sorry. I picked Detroit, and I have Atlanta tomorrow over Buffalo and Washington over Chicago. I did pick the Lions. So, all right. But yeah, man. So we got football coming up. Football, foosball. Thank you, Paulie, for. So yeah, that's why I put the slow mode on because the bot's been coming in. Lions won back-to-back division titles for the first time in the Super Bowl era. So, all right, let's get underway here. Andy Reid, they've won 9 straight AFC West titles. That's crazy. They just say it was 80 degrees up there in Kansas City. They say it was 80 degrees up there. Let's see. Beating the drum. Yeah, 82 degrees. That's a. Mike Tirico is correct. Man, it's warm up there in Missouri. All right, so Harrison Bucker will kick it off. We got Sailors and Reynolds back to return the kick for Detroit. So the Lions are getting the ball first. And we are underway. And this is going to be returnable to the 10, 15, to the 20, to the 25. We're still going. Breaks a tackle, gets to the 29-yard line, goes Reynolds. It'll be first down, Detroit. All right. Jared Goff, David Montgomery, Jamar Gibbs. Right, so first and 10 Lions at the 29-yard line. At their own 29. We got Gibbs in the backfield. It's first and 10. And there's a handoff. And going to get a few yards. Going to be second down. Second and 6 coming up. All right. What's up, Paxton? So second down and 6 coming up. As Goff back to throw. Nope, we're going to hand it off. And it's only about a yard gain. It's going to be third down. 3rd and 5 coming up. 3rd and 5 coming up. Third and 5. Third and 5. And back to throw. And catch made. That's a Laporta. And he'll get down to the 45. That's a first down. First and 10. First and 10. Detroit. Yeah. All right. First and 10 Lions. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. And there's a handoff. And gets up to close to the 50-yard line. All right, so 2nd and 6 coming up. And Goff throws. Another catch made out of bounds around the 44. I think that's a first down for Detroit. First and 10. First and 10. First and 10 for the Lions. They're moving the ball at the 44-yard line. First and 10. 11:50 to go. And there's a play action. Goff going to throw. Catch made. That's Williams. Gets to the 30 and leapfrogs about the 28-yard line. First down. First down, Detroit. Man, they're moving the ball. First and 10, Lions. Damn. Jameson Williams. All right, ball to Kansas City, 29. First and 10 for the Lions. Under center. They get the handoff to Amara St. Brown. He gets tripped up. Only gets about a few yards. Going to be second down. What's up, 44? Yeah, the Saints' red zone offense is just bad, man. Just like LSU's red zone offense. But so it's we might have to just put in Taysom Hill. When we get in the red zone. There's a handoff. That's Gibbs. He'll get to the 20-yard line. It might just have to just put in Taysom Hill once we get like in the like goal to go situation. But 3rd and 2. Yeah, that's too many field goal attempts for Groupie. Groupie's gonna miss. If Groupie's kicking 5 field goals a game, he's gonna miss one, and people are gonna get mad. There's a handoff, and Gibbs has got it, first down. But maybe we need to bring in Taysom on every drive. Once we get in the goal to go, because we have so many problems scoring that it might open up the play call a little bit. All right, so first and 10 at the 18-yard line. Goff catch made. No, now they toss it to that Gibbs, and he'll get down to the 10-yard line. Man, second down. Saints are moving the ball because but their problem, like we just said, is that they can't score touchdowns in the red zone. and the coaching staff hasn't figured out on 3rd and long. Teams are gonna blitz Rattler every time. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 from the 15. And they're going to hand it off. And Gibbs gets down to about the 9-yard line. I think he's about a half yard short. Yeah, Taysom. No, they gave him the first down. They gave him the first down. First down, Detroit. Man, Detroit's moving the football tonight so far. 1st and goal. First and goal. So ball's at the 8-yard line. And they're going to hand it off. Gibbs is going to go up the middle, get down to about the 4-yard line. So yeah, I mean the Saints have been in every game but the Seattle game. I thought they were going to get blown out by Buffalo. It did happen. So they've been in every game so far, except the Seattle game. So I can't get mad, man. 2nd and goal. I just don't know what they're going to do with Shuck, though. There's a handoff, and Gibbs is down to the 2-yard line. I just don't know what they're going to do with Shuck. I mean, Rattler's not playing horrible, but he's not lighting up the scoreboard either. But Rattler's not playing. He's not throwing 5 interceptions a game. So he's not turning the ball over. But they're not scoring touchdowns. But eventually you got to score touchdowns. So 3rd and goal from the 2. And there's a handoff, and they didn't get it. I think he's short. It's 4th down, 4th and goal. Because there's no dominant team in college football. Teams can lose on any Saturday. There's no really dominant team like, man, this team is unbeatable. 4th and goal, and they're going to go for it. And they got to call a timeout. No, they just get it snapped. Play action, throws, and complete. Man, that was disastrous for Detroit. Oh, they did call a timeout. I'm sorry. They did get the timeout in. So 4th and goal coming up for the Lions. So they did get the good thing they got the timeout call because they didn't get the play in the end zone. Man, it's amazing how Andy Reid looks like the Kool-Aid man, wearing the red and all that kind of stuff, man. All right, so 4th and goal. Detroit will go for it at the half-yard line. Now they go Wildcat, and they're going to throw it to Goff, and he dropped it. No, he did catch it. He did catch a touchdown. Man, I don't know how that play worked at all. Touchdown. I don't know how that play worked. But Goff did catch it. Looked like he was going to drop it. Looked like Jared Goff was going to drop that. Touchdown. They threw it to the quarterback. That's crazy. Man. Oh, they're going to call legal formation. So it is no touchdown. Oh, Detroit screwed it up, man. Detroit screwed that up, man. They because the quarterback went in motion, but he's got to stop. He's less illegal motion. So now they gotta go field goal. So they're going field goal. But no, they're not. They're going. Wait. Now they're going for it. Oh, Dan Campbell, man. Dan Campbell makes too many dumb decisions, man. So they're gonna go for it. Now the play clock's winding down to 4 again. They gotta kick. What are they doing, man? So now they gotta go field goal because it's like 4th and goal for like the 15-yard line now, whatever the hell it is. So it's gonna be a 28-yard field goal. So 28-yard field goal for the Lions. Kick is up and it is good. And it's 3-0 Detroit. Man. I'll be right back. Get something to drink. Like some tea or something. All right. All right, I'm back. So, what's up, Bill? Yeah, the Saints are the Saints have been competitive in every game but the Seattle game. This is about all I asked for was them just to be competitive this year. Return to the 5, 10, 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30-yard line. That's where KC will have it. The Saints were picked to have like a really bad football team, and they're not horrible, and they're not getting blown out in games, except one. But all right, so 1st and 10, Kansas City, as they have it where they have it at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10. As Mahomes going to get to Pacheco, and he'll get about a yard. Going to be 2nd down. I went to the school at the same time Sidney Crawford did. What? Are you serious, Sidney Crawford? Indiana had a really good win against Oregon. 2nd and 9 coming up. Mahomes back to throw. Catch made. That's Kelsey. He'll get to the 40, up to the 45. Still going to the 47-yard line. 1st down. 1st down. KC. Kelsey with the catch. Yeah, he might have passed her in the dorm room. Yeah, he might have. Sidney Crawford. 1st and 10, Kansas City. All right, so ball's at the 46. And Mahomes rolls right, throws. O'Neal caught by Smith-Schuster to the 30, to the 25, down to the 24-yard line. 1st down, Kansas City is Juju Smith-Schuster with the catch. 1st down, Chiefs. 1st down, Chiefs. 1st down, Kansas City. Yeah, it's one thing the Saints need to do is get some playmakers at the receiver position. Olave just dropped too many passes. There's a handoff. And Pacheco gets to the 20, to the 15, down to the 12, 1st down. 1st and 10, Kansas City. 3:06 to go in this 1st quarter. Rue's like running around the yard. Y'all like Shaheed, but the Saints, Olave just, where's his 44 here? He knows Olave sucks. All right, 1st and 10. Hand off to Pacheco, and he'll get down to the 11-yard line. I gotta put my fans on him. It's a little stuffy. So 2nd down coming up here for Kansas City. 2nd down and 8 at the 11-yard line. There's a play action. Mahomes rolls right and just going to throw it away. Incomplete. Hold on, Rue's going. You want to come inside? Come on. Come on. All right. I think I'm hopefully done for getting up. 3rd and 8, but Rue wanted to go inside. So 3rd and 8 from the 11. Mahomes gonna scramble now, run, We'll get down to the 6. It's 4th down. Could be 4th down. Could be 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. And we got, what are they doing here? They're going for it. Of course they're going for it. Of course they're going for it. So 4th and 3 for Kansas City at the 6. Mahomes back to throw. Does. Catch made. Touchdown. That's Xavier Worthy with the touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's now 6-3 Chiefs. Hey. 8 plays, 70-yard drive for a touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City. With 6-3 pending the extra point. The extra point is up, and it is no good. No good. Wide left. Going to stay 6-3. The extra point was no good. But the Chiefs go down and get a touchdown. Lions got a field goal. So that's something to keep abreast of. All right, man. So what's up, Paulie? All right, so we'll see what Detroit can do. We'll see what Detroit can do in their next possession. Alrighty. Baby gecko out here. Farm Aid happened when I was at Van Halen. Van Halen. Van Halen. A baby gecko in here. Better not let Marie see you. Better let Marie see you. Man, Paxton's talking all kind of shit now about Oklahoma. I don't blame him. I would be too. Talking all kind of shit about Oklahoma. Yeah. Yeah, Mateer wasn't healthy. There's no reason why they should have played him yesterday. The guy wasn't healthy to play. Oh, there's Taylor Swift. It's the first time they've shown Taylor. Well, the first time I've seen her, they've shown her. But there's Tay-Tay. There's Tay-Tay. Is that Caitlin Clark, too? There's a kickoff. Return to 15 to 20 to 25. Went to the close to the 30-yard line. That's the Lions will have it 1st and 10. With 1:06 to go in the first quarter. All right, so 1st and 10 for Detroit. A minute 6 to go. They got it at their own 29-yard line. Goff under center. Toss. That's Montgomery, and he'll get across the 30 to the 32-yard line. I know you didn't talk. You didn't talk nothing all week, but now you're flapping your gums, man. Talking about this and that. So 2nd down and 7 coming up. 34 seconds to go in the quarter. So Jared Goff back to throw. Jared looking, throws. And catch made across the 50 to the 45. Down to the 41 goes Laporta. 1st down. Lions. And that's probably the last play of the 1st quarter. Man, must be nice to have a tight end that can hold on to the ball. Did I watch the whole game? I was watching a few games then. There were several. I had like 4 games going on here. But Mateer was hurt, man. He never should have played. I'm not saying that's why I'm not saying they would have won if they would have played. I'm just saying that they shouldn't have played him because he was hurt. All right, so 2nd quarter should be coming up shortly here. All right. So, yeah. I bet Detroit Lions. I didn't put the thing on because nobody's been betting. You know, I didn't set it up. I could set it up, but every time I do it, nobody does it. So I was like, well, guess nobody cares, but I'll do it. So 2nd quarter about to start. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 42. There's a handoff. Montgomery breaks a tackle, gets to the 35, down to the 30. It's a 1st down. Man, big run. Big run. All right. Nobody bet for the Saints game. I was the only one to bet for the Saints game. Yeah, I was the only one to bet for the Saints. I bet the Saints, so I lost. All right, first and 10 at the 29 for Detroit. They're going to run it. It's Montgomery. He'll get down to the 25, down to the 24-yard line. It'll be second down coming up. Second down. So for second and 4 coming up here for Detroit. And they're going to hand it off. No, play action. Now they're going to throw it. Catch me. It's St. Brown. He'll get only about a yard. Good defense. Going to be third and 3 coming up here for Detroit. The Paxton's bet a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of points on the Chefs. Third down for the Lions. Third and 3 coming up. Third and 3. Goff is 6 for 6 for 63. Play clock at 5. And they get it snapped. Goff throws. Caught at the 10. Down to the 5. To the goal line. Touchdown. Jameson Williams scores. Touchdown. Man. So the Lions get their first touchdown of the game. It's now 9-6. Man. Man. A nice throw, man. Must be nice to have receivers that can get open like that and make plays. Saints don't have that shit. So now 9-6. Here comes the extra point coming up for Detroit. What's going on here? Here comes the extra point. The extra point is up, and it is good. 10-6 now. 10-6. Where would I go? Like, who's open? Like, Penn State's open. Who else is open? Who's open? Yeah, Penn State's open. Florida might be open. Florida State might be open too. Arkansas, Oklahoma State. I wouldn't go to any of those teams. UCLA, Virginia Tech. I don't think either one of those schools is going to have a really big NIL program. Our longest battery life, the fastest chip, cinematic camera, iPhone 17 Pro. Ooh, iPhone 17 Pro. Anybody getting the iPhone 17 Pro? I got the 16 Plus. I don't think I should go. I think it's a Plus I got. But yeah, so all right, we got 10-6, man. We got a good game going on right now between the Lions and the Chefs. So what's going on in the baseball game? Rams and the Jaguars next Sunday over there in overseas. It's really enticed me to wake up at 8:30 in the morning, watch football. It's those crappy teams. All right, getting back to action here. It's 10-6 Detroit up over Kansas City. And Toronto's up 1-0 over Seattle. All right, so the lines will be kicking off. There it is. And returns to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 up to the 30-yard line. That's going to be it. That's 300 career passing touchdowns. Mahomes is 1 now. Yeah, but when Dan Marino did it, they really weren't throwing passes like they were. When Marino did it, that was big. 1st and 10 for KC. Mahomes all day to throw, and now he's pressure throws. Wildman caught at the 50-yard line, 1st down. Man, nobody was covering 5. 1st down, Kansas City. 1st and 10 at midfield. Yeah, nobody covered 5. Man, Hutchinson almost got to Mahomes, but not so quite there. Right ball in midfield. Mahomes is 4 for 5 for 71 and a touchdown. Back to throw. And here's a catch made. And so that Gray, who'll get about 6 yards. The other tight end, Gray. Must be nice, man. They got some tight ends who catch the ball. Saints don't have that. Well, we do have a catch. Juwan Johnson catches it and he just fumbles it. Virginia Tech. I don't think Virginia Tech is going to put any kind of money into NIL. We got a player down for the Lions. I think that's a tough place to win, Virginia Tech, just with the current landscape in college football. Frank Beamer had him rolling for a long time, but it was different times. But I don't know. I mean, Arkansas has the potential of having money because of Walmart and Tyson Chicken. Now, Arkansas has they got Jerry Jones is an alum, and Arkansas has potential. I just don't think they. I just don't think that they will. They're not going to be a major player in NIL. But they got a. But they. Anyway. Yeah, it ain't been the same since. It's Beamer and Bud Foster. Bud Foster. But that was before NIL. NIL has changed everything. I don't think they care about football over there in California like they used to. Yeah, NIL has changed a lot, and transfer portal and NIL, which is crazy though. But man. USC hasn't been really great since Pete Carroll. They haven't been really like elite like they were when Pete Carroll was there. They've had some decent teams since then, but nothing really great. Although they did win this weekend. So. Oh, Tuesday on the 21st on NBC and Peacock. We got. I can't believe it. I'm so happy that NBA is coming back to NBC. Hopefully they have the theme music from the 90s. You know, Second and 4. Mahomes he's gonna run for it, and he's gonna get maybe a yard. Third down. Yeah, UAB they just hired that dude a few years ago when Summerall went to Tulane. And Summerall had UAB actually, doing well. And then with Trent Dilfer, he's 3rd and 4 for KC at the 43. They're going to run it. And it's Hunt, and he's going to be about a yard short. It's 4th down. What's up, 44? NBA, yeah, I'm going to miss it on TNT. They had the best NBA coverage. But I'm just glad it's not going. I'm just glad it's going to be something besides ESPN. So what do you think about Chris Olave and Juwan Johnson, 44? What's your feelings on them? 4th down, they're going to hand it off, and Hunt's got the 1st down. And what's your thoughts on Juwan Johnson? And Joseph he can't walk on the sideline for Detroit. Well, look, they had it overload on the right side, then they go back left. Man, that's an innovative play calling. Man. All right, so 1st down, Kansas City at the 38-yard line of Detroit. Well, now they do a little flea flicker back to Mahomes, and now he's going to run. He'll get to the 30 and slide around the 28-yard line. Man. Yeah, I'm tired of Olave dropping balls, man. That's the Saints' problem, man. Is we don't have a go-to guy. That's one thing that Rattler doesn't have, and Shuck wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have that number 1 receiver to throw the football to. Here's a handoff. That's Pacheco. He gets about 2 yards. Yeah, Olave dropped in on the touchdown pass today, and it would have been a tough catch, man. But you're supposed to be wide receiver number 1. You got to make that catch. You got to help your young quarterback out, man. And then Juwan Johnson just fumbled the football at the 50-yard line, just killed any chance we had of winning the game. Freaking Jared Cook all over again. 2nd and 8. Mahomes dancing around now. He lost the ball. There's a fumble, and who has it? I think Mahomes fell on it. Damn. 3rd down. Yeah, the Saints really don't have any great playmakers on offense. I think Shaheed could be a playmaker, but we don't throw the ball deep to him like we should enough. I think we should throw the ball to Shaheed a few times a game deep. But 3rd and 18, but we don't do that. 3rd and 18. Mahomes dumps it out to Smith-Schuster. Makes the catch. Gets to the 30, down to the 20. He almost got a 1st down, man. He's a yard short. Man, how do you let that happen, man, on 3rd and 18? Now they're going to go for it. How do you on 3rd and 18 you allow them to get 17 yards? 4th and 1 now. Man, that just nothing. That just drives me crazy when defenses do that. On 3rd and 18, they give a big play, and now it's like 4th and 1. Now they're going to go for it. Now we got a timeout, Kansas City. Yeah, our secondary is pretty bad. 44. I mean, 4 didn't play well, but 4 hasn't played well at all this year. 27 stinks. I think 29 is a rookie. He didn't play well today. Sanker looked bad today on a few plays. And Sanker was playing well up until today, but secondary was a glaring hole in the offseason. If they have a chance to go get Mansour Delane in the draft, they need to take him. We need a number 1 cornerback. 4th and 1, they'll go for it. Mahomes rolls right, and now gonna be incomplete. Nice defense. Turnover on downs. Yeah, Yadam, or how? Yeah, 27 sucks, man. Yeah. Man, these coaches just will not take points, will they? They just refuse to kick field goals because some kind of analytical chart tells them that they need to go for it and not make it and not get points. These teams just refuse, man. Refuse to freaking kick field goals. Right back. I need some more drink. Barking at. I'm back. The Saints, they kick field goals. You better stop it. What you barking at? Ain't nothing out here. Let's go inside. Come on. All right, we got the second 5. I missed a play. Get the handoff, and it gets nothing. Had to put Rue inside. Rue's barking, man. Rue's barking outside at the wind. So 6:05 to go in the third. I'm sorry, third. In the second quarter. Getting ahead of myself here. So it's going to be third down for Detroit. There's Gibbs on the last carry. Got about a yard, 3rd and 4. 5:45 to go. In the half. Jared Goff. Looking. Now going to run. We'll get a first down, yes. Up to the 33-yard line. First down, Detroit. So Jared Goff. He was showing some moves there. 1st and 10. Thanks. The ball's at the 33-yard line. Their own 33 for Detroit. There's Goff. Going to hand it off to it's Gibbs, big hole. Up to the 40, 45, up to the 48-yard line. First down. Detroit. Goes Gibbs. So Gibbs gets the first down. First down, Lions. Yeah, all right. Good job. Ball at the 48-yard line. There's a handoff to Gibbs, and he'll get maybe to the 50. Oh, yeah, he's still going. He gets to the 46-yard line. I thought he was down, but he wasn't down. So it can be a second down coming up. Second down and what we got? 4? Yep, second and 4 from the 46-yard line of Kansas City. Goff, play action, big ring pressure, and he's just going to throw it in the ground incomplete. I think that's intentional grounding, huh? Was anybody? Oh, Montgomery was there. Never mind. Montgomery was there. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up. 3rd and 4 coming up. We got 3:26 to go here in the second quarter. All right, so they're going to hand it off to it's Montgomery again. He'll get very few yards. Maybe 4th down. Yeah. Of course, Dan Campbell will probably go for it if it's on his own 10-yard line. So 4th down. I mean, the Lions ain't gonna they ain't punting this ball. 4th and 2. So 4th down. At least Dan Campbell's consistent with his play calling. 4th and 2. And Goff back to throw. And they bring pressure, throws, and incomplete. Turnover on downs. There's Amon-Ra St. Brown couldn't hold on to it. Turnover on downs. 2:42 to go in the half. What's up, Tylen? So turnover on downs. Says Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra probably should have had that. Probably should have had that one. Probably should have had that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Probably should have had that one. So turnover on downs, and Kansas City is getting the ball back down 10-6. Alright, so baseball game is 1-0 Toronto over Seattle. Yeah. I'll see something quick here. Let's see. Let's see. What's up, Thailand? Do something real quick here. I'll put the baseball score on the screen. Keep that abreast, everybody. Where's it at? Browser source. Okay. All right. All right, so Kansas City's getting the ball back after the turnover on downs. All right, 1st and 10, and Mahomes throws it to the Pacheco. He's going to get nothing on a play. Going to be 2nd down and 10. Going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. Can't get this thing cropped right. All right, so second and 10, 2:10 to go in the half. Mahomes in the shotgun looking to throw. And catch made at the 41. They did get two. Did Hollywood Brown get 2 feet in? They did. 1st down at the 42-yard line. 42. Fan point. What you talking about? What's that? I didn't get rid of anything. What's the fan point thing? Oh, that stupid thing. They finally took it away. Oh, that stupid fan point thing. Yeah. I didn't even know that was gone. Didn't even know that was gone. I didn't even know that thing was gone. No, yeah, I didn't know that thing was gone. Huh. See. All right. Yeah, I didn't even know that thing was gone. Shows how much I've been paying attention to it. Alrighty. I put some dropped by or something. Dropped my ass. I wanted to see there. All right. We got 2 minutes to go in the half, and it's 10-6. Low scoring game, man. I thought this game would be a little more high scoring. But, really hasn't been high scoring at all. Something here. See something quick here. All right, so 1st and 10 coming up. First and 10. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. We'll get to the 40, and that's about it. Going to be 2nd down. Going to be 2nd down. So here comes a pass to Kelsey, and let's see, did he get the 1st down? I think he's about a yard short. I think he's a yard short. So it's should be. Oh no, they gave him the 1st down. 1st and 10. They gave him the 1st down. 1st and 10. At the 32-yard line. And Mahomes throws deep ball and way overthrown, incomplete. Going to be 2nd and 10. Second and 10. 2nd and 10. All right, so 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Mahomes back to throw. And catch, no, not made. That was Kelsey with the drop. 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 10. It'll be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 here for Kansas City. It's Kelsey with the Butterfingers. Butterfingers. You put some stick 'em on those gloves. So 3rd and 10. We got a minute to go in the half. Ball to 32 of Detroit. Mahomes back to throw. They bring pressure. Going to throw towards Kelsey again. Now there's a late flag coming in. They're going to say, I guess they're going to say Kelsey got interfered with. Going to be 1st down Chiefs. As the Lions players, of course, saying, I didn't do nothing. Always like look at the replay. So Yasin is a guilty party. Let's look at the replay. Show the replay. Like not that. Show the not that angle. That's just this is the angle I want to see. Riding him. Yeah, he held him. That's a good call. All right, 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Catch made. That's Kelsey, and he dives to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Kansas City. With 40 seconds to go in the half. Clock is running. Man. We were a yard away from seeing Tay-Tay dance. Because if Kelsey would have scored there. Was 1st and goal. Man, Kelsey landed on his head. So first and goal with 40 seconds to go is Detroit had called a timeout, so they got one left. They got one left. Kelsey has 3 catches for 40 yards on 4 targets. The other one he dropped. So first and goal with 40 seconds to go in the half. Kansas City looking to go up at the break. Looking to go up at the break. It was first and goal. First and goal. Ball's at the 1-yard line. Mahomes under center. And it's offsides. And Mahomes will keep it and he will score a touchdown. That was a late flag. I thought they were offsides. That's going to be a touchdown. I think that's going to count. I think Detroit was offsides. That's going to be a touchdown. And KC looks like they're going to go for a single. They're not going to go for 2. After missing the last extra point. So it's now 12-10 Chiefs. As Patty Mahomes scores. Here comes the extra point from Butker. And it's up, and it is good this time. 13-10. 13-10 with 37 seconds to go in the half. Oh, who hit a home run? Seattle just hit a home run. Seattle just hit a home run. Is Cal Riley. The home run king in the American League gets a home run for the Mariners, and now it's 1-1 in the ALCS. And all right, so we got about 37 seconds to go in the half. Chiefs now up 13-10. Alright, so we got a good game going over up there north of the border. And we got a good game going here in Kansas City, Missouri. It's 13-10 Chiefs up over the Lions as we're about to get to halftime. And then I'm going to get a quick bite to eat. Then I'll be back for the second half. Samuel, hello Samuel. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. It's always good to see people. You know I can't see you, but see you chatting, but you know what I mean. And of course, NBC has to give us a 5-minute commercial break. So, yeah. But alright, so we got, we'll see what the Lions do. They'll have. We'll see what if they when they return the kick. Saturday night on NBC, you got Notre Dame. Who are they playing? Who are Notre Dame playing? Oh, US. Oh no, they already played USC. What? Notre Dame and USC. Oh, that's right. Never mind. That's right. They are playing this weekend. Never mind. Notre Dame and USC coming up next weekend. That's right. For some reason, I thought they played later in the year. I forgot they played next week. There's a kickoff. Returns to the 5, 15, 20, 25, up to the 32-yard line. That's where the Lions will have it. Yeah, Saints. They're in football games. I know you got something. What you got, Marie? I got you a gecko or something. All right, 1st and 10, Lions at the own 32-yard line. So Jared Goff in the shotgun looking to throw. They have one timeout left. Catch me by Laporta gets out of bounds at the 30, their own 37-yard line with 28 seconds to go in the half. Going to be 2nd down upcoming here for Detroit. So Goff is 8 for 10 for 90 yards and a touchdown. So 2nd and 5. There's Goff back to throw. And catch me by St. Brown, but only a very short game, 3rd and about 2. And Detroit's gonna call their final timeout with 22 seconds left to go. LSU and Vanderbilt, yeah, that's next week. It's gonna be an early game. LSU's been playing a bunch of late games, although they had a afternoon game against Ole Miss, but it's going to be a early game next week. Real early. Going to have to make the mimosas. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 for Detroit at their own 40. They are out of timeouts. They got 16 to play clock. Goff back to throw. And steps up. Now throws and incomplete. It's 4th down. 4th and 2. Let's see if Dan Campbell goes for it now. No, he's not going to do it now. He's going to bring in the punt team. I was wondering, Dan Campbell's not gonna go for it now. So punt time for Detroit. The ball's their own 40, and punts away. And good punt back at the fair catch at the 10-yard line. That's where KC will have it. Man, it must be nice to have a punter. Saints don't have a punter. So 10 seconds to go in the half. I remember when KC scored in 13 seconds before. But not 10. Man, Buffalo still have to kicking themselves in the ass that game. Mahomes will kneel down, and we're at the halftime break. We're at the halftime break. It's 13-10, Kansas City. So I'm gonna get me something to eat real quick and scarf it down, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So we're at the halftime break. I'll be right back. Let's see. What's up, traveling fool? What's up, traveling fool? I just got back. Remember getting in the house. Just got back. I just had a sandwich. Had to eat. I was hungry. Remember getting in the house. Traveling fools. You doing your thing tonight? That's got to be coming up soon, huh? If you're still doing it, you probably will still be doing it after the game. I'll come by and try to answer a question or two. Alright, so. So. Should be taking the second half. Should be starting very shortly here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so I guess Seattle 2-1 over Toronto. Over Toronto. What's going on here? Oh man, I can't see my phone anymore with my glasses, man. Hey, man. So yeah, low scoring game. Low scoring game here in the first half. 13 for the Chiefs, 10 for Detroit. We'll see what happens in the second half, but Kansas City should be good. Yeah. Chiefs will get the ball first in the third quarter. Detroit got it first when we got a field goal in their first possession. All right. Alrighty. What's up, Scottzilla? It's not an amazing one. It's kind of a beige color. It's kind of it's not dog's been on it, so it's not really white as it was, but it's. I got to get like a couch cover for it. Maybe I can just wash that. So kickoff time. There's the Lions kicking off to the Chiefs. The Chiefs will get the ball first in this third quarter. They're underway. Returns to the 10, 15 to the 20 to the still going. Now going backwards. And gets tackled around the looks like the 18-yard line. That's where the Chiefs will have it. First and 10, Kansas City. Get back to this thing here. All right, so first and 10 at the 19-yard line for Chiefs. Their own 19. And here's a pass out to the left. Up to the 25, up to the 29. That was Smith with the reception. It's going to be close to a first down yard marker. Going to be close. I think that's where they can mark him at. So second down in inches coming up here for Kansas City. Second in inches. Ball's at the 28. There's a hand up to Pacheco. That's a first down to the 35 up to the 38-yard line. First down. First and 10. Kansas City. Well, did Kelsey got he got fallen on by man. So it looks like he's okay on the sideline. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Ball's at the 38. Mahomes throws, catch made by Gray. 1st down across the midfield to the 45-yard line. 1st down, Kansas City. Man, 1st down, Chiefs. So 1st down, Kansas City. First down. All right, so we got 1st and 10 at the 44. Mahomes, play action, rolls right, and gonna shovel pass, and it dropped. Who dropped that? That was Pacheco with the drop. Pacheco with the drop. And Pacheco maybe should have had that one. Go Lions, Goose, Scott Dilla. It's 2nd and 10 at the 44 of Detroit. Mahomes looking to throw. And looking, now dumps over the middle. And it's catch by Kelsey on the 31-yard line. It's a 1st down. So Kelsey with the catch, 1st down. 1st down, Kansas City. Ooh. Oh, they quick snap it. Mahomes, oh, that's a flag down. And Mahomes dancing around. And now going to run to 25, down to the 20. It's a 1st down. Man, 1st down, Kansas City. But they were, I think Detroit might have been offsides. I think. Yeah, it was against Detroit. So 1st down, Kansas City. What the hell is Dan? Is he chewing on? Is he always chewing on gum? He's always like messing with his mouth. Is it like Pete Carroll? Is Dan Campbell always chewing on gum? Might be a nervous habit. Ball to 20. It's Mahomes back to throw. And dumps it to Hunt. Gets to the 15, down to the 10, to the 9. 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Kansas City. 1st and goal, Kansas City. First and goal. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. A little shovel pass to Brown. He'll get to the 5. He'll get to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's now 19. The 10 is Hollywood Brown with the touchdown. So KC gets a touchdown on the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, their offenses look pretty good today. So it's now 19-10. Here comes the extra point. And it's up and it is good. It's now 20-10 Chiefs. Up and good. 20-10 Kansas City as they go down the field and with relative ease and score a touchdown. So we got Lions have to do something here. Lions got to do something here, man. Oh man, so yeah, the Lions they gotta get their defense in gear and their offense in gear. They gotta get both in gear. It's 20-10 Kansas City. Tomorrow is game 2 of the ALCS. And game 1 of the NLCS. So, isn't the NLCS like on TNT or something, or TBS or? So. Oh, Seattle almost hit a dinger. Seattle almost hit one out the park. It was a double for Suarez. Double for Suarez as that ball went off the top of the wall. And that ball was close to getting over, but just didn't have enough oomph on it. Man. Right, so Detroit's got to get down. Detroit's got to get down and get a score here. Hello, Bucks, Rays, Bolts. Next Sunday is Talladega playoffs in NASCAR. It's so stupid. It's so dumb how they have NASCAR has so totally screwed up their sport. All right, so Detroit's they got to get their offense and defense in gear. And returns to the 10, 15, 20, and gets to the 26-yard line. That's going to be it for Detroit. Yeah. Yeah, Bucks are really good. Buccaneers are really good. Probably they might be the best team in the NFC. Our ball the their own 26 for Detroit. Is Goff going to give it their hand off? It's Gibbs. He'll get to the 31-yard line. It's just or for who? I don't know. You tell me. You're a Buccaneers fan. Now you tell me. And the Ravens are bad. When I picked the game this week, I forgot that Lamar Jackson was out, and I picked the Ravens to beat the Rams. I forgot that Lamar Jackson was out. There's a handoff, and Gibbs gets, 2. I'm sorry, yeah, it was Gibbs. Gets about 2 yards. Third down. I think y'all need to get y'all receiving core a little healthier. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 for Detroit. But on paper, Buccaneers, they got a good team. Goff throws and catch made by Amara, first down to the 37-yard line. I just think y'all need to get a little more healthier in the receiving core. But It's early in the season, so there's no time to panic. Here's a pass out to Jameson Williams. That gets across midfield to the 48, first down. Man, that was a total bust in the secondary. Nobody was covering him. First down. Yeah, I have Mike Evans on my fantasy team, so I need Mike Evans to come back. I think I have Godwin. I think I have Godwin too. I have one on one league and one on the other league. Not on the same team, but one on one league, one on the other. I think I have Godwin on one and Evans on one league. Yeah, they got to come back. 1st and 10. Handoff. And Gibbs is going to get maybe 2 yards. 2nd down. And take Olave. Yeah, Chris Olave. Take Chris Olave. Now, Chris Olave goes play for the Buccaneers. He'll never drop a pass the rest of his life. That'll be my luck. The 2nd and 8 on the 46 of Kansas City Golf. They'll swing it to Gibbs, and that's going nowhere. That's going to lose about a yard. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like watching good players play football. And Ibuka's a good player. I think he hurt his hamstring today, so I hope he's not out for too long. But yeah, take Chris Olave off our hands. I'm tired of seeing him drop balls. But like I said, if he goes to Tampa Bay, he'll never drop one the rest of his career. 3rd and 11. Man, Detroit looks out of sync today. And they get a snap, swing pass to Jameson Williams. That's going to go nowhere. What do you do on 3rd and 11? Horrible play calls, 4th down. I mean, I don't understand that play call on 3rd and 11. You throw a swing pass to the right and you gain a yard. I don't understand that play call at all. It's not a very high percentage play call that's going to work out for you. I mean, they didn't block it well at all. So punt time. The Lions' offense has just been out of sync today. Punts away. And catch made it to the 7-yard line. And that's where KC will have it. So I don't know what the Lions are doing. I don't know what the Lions are doing today, but they're not playing well. You think they'd be ready to play Kansas City? Oh man, so come on, Detroit, make this game. This game's getting boring, man. Detroit's about to get blown out in this game. But the Chiefs, they can't really afford to lose many more games. They're what, 2-4? The Chiefs, they can't really afford to drop any more games. Losing this game, they'd be 2-5. Is that right? No, two. No, they're 2-3 right now, right? They're 2-3, right? Yeah, they're 2-3. If they lose, they'll be 2-4. That's what it is. But still, they can't lose a fourth game. That's right. They're 2-3, not 2-4. So Chiefs getting the ball back on their own 7-yard line, but they in the first drive in the third quarter they moved the ball down for a touchdown with relative ease. All right, so ball's at their own 7-yard line for Kansas City, 1st and 10. We got 6:42 to go in the third. Here's a handoff. I think that's Hunt. Gives to the 10. Going to be 2nd down. Here, the Lions defense needs to get a 3 and out. Second and 7 coming up. Yeah, Baker Mayfield has found another gear since he's left Cleveland. 2nd and 7. There's Mahomes. Scrambles. Now going to throw. And incomplete. Trying to get to Pacheco. 3rd and 7. But yeah, Baker Mayfield looks like a totally different quarterback since he left the Browns. And the Browns have been Browns are the Browns. So 3rd and 7 for Kansas City. Big player for the Detroit defense. They need to get off the field on 3. They got to hold them to a 3 and out. Ball their own 10-yard line for the Chiefs. Mahomes back to throw. And got a guy open, caught. 1st down, Kelsey to the 28-yard line. As Kelsey almost dropped it, but he held on to it. 1st down. Come on, man. It's like 3rd and 10, 3rd, whatever. 3rd and 7. You got to look for Kelsey, man. As on the defense, the kid, he was open. 27. What are you doing? Look like the Saints defense there. 1st and 10 at the 27. There's Mahomes. Gonna step up, now gonna run, and gets only about 2 yards. Gonna be 2nd down. Second down. We got 4:55 to go in the third quarter. And it's 20-10 Kansas City. Kansas City. It's a ball at the 29-yard line. As Mahomes back to throw. And incomplete. Threw it the feet of the running back. 3rd and 8. That was good defense by Anzalone. I think that was Anzalone in the coverage. 3rd and 8. That's the next Saint player. Anzalone. I think he was always hurt when he played for the Saints. But he was a Sean Payton, draft pick. So 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for Kansas City at their own 29-yard line. Mahomes back to throw. And steps up. And now he's going to scramble. And he's going to not get the 1st down. Man, he got hit hard, man, at the 35-yard line. It's 4th down. Man, Mahomes got hit hard. Man, Mahomes wouldn't go down there, man. I mean, damn. So punt time for KC. So Detroit does stop them. So it'll be punt time for the Chiefs. 3:40 here to go in the third, and punts away. And fair catch at the 18. That's what Detroit will have it. There's Raymond with the fair catch. So the Lions are going to get it back with 3:34 to go in the third quarter. And then here we time out. Yeah, Baker's playing like a man possessed. What's the game? The game of the week next week is the Commanders and the Cowboys. Really? I'm watching Fox. They said the game of the week next week is the Commanders and the Cowboys. Really? Okay. Don't really agree with that, but anyway. Thursday on Prime. They got the Bengals and the Steelers, yeah. A Joe Burrow-less Bengals team is not really worth watching. Anyway, though. What's up, Randall? How you doing? What's up, Randall? And yeah, the Panthers beat the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys are they Fox has the Cowboys and the Commanders as the game of the week next week, which is okay, whatever. Yeah, the Panthers. Panthers are, I think they've won 3 in a row. Only good thing is, man, is we're going to get a good draft pick next year. That's the only thing that's going to be really good about this season is that we're going to get a good draft pick next year. And hopefully we can get a playmaker in the draft, like in receiving core, and get a defensive back, a really top defender, cornerback in the draft, and put Kool-Aid back in the in the nickel package, where maybe Kool-Aid can be serviceable. Okay. All right, we got 1st and 10, Detroit at their own 19-yard line. Yeah, bring Kool-Aid on 3rd downs. 1st and 10, play action by Goff, and screen Montgomery to the 25, 30, 35, 40, still going to the 42-yard line. Yeah, if he's there, man, if he's available when the Saints pick, it's probably a good pick. If he's there when we pick, which he probably will be, because I think the Saints, I don't think we're going to win many games this year. I don't see us picking outside the top 4 or 5. Play action. Goff throws. Mara with a catch across midfield to the 46. Another 1st down. Yeah, I just don't see how we're going to pick, above 4 or 5 next year. So, if he's there, I think be a good pick, because we definitely need a cornerback 1 on the team. So 1st and 10 at the 46. It's Goff. Throws, and another catch made by Amara to get to the 35-yard line. And maybe Kool-Aid will be good being a nickel package. Where he's not covering a number 1 receiver. Maybe Kool-Aid would do well just coming in on 3rd downs. There's some players are good at that. Yeah, I don't know. I want these draft picks to work out, man, because they need to work out. No, Yadam and Kool-Aid, they got to work out. Go off back to throw and catch Made at the 30. And what's the guy 29? The guy 29 today. He didn't look good. But we need those guys to work out. The Saints need those guys to pan out. You know, they drafted them. So it's very important that those guys actually work out. 2nd and 4 from the 29-yard line of Kansas City. And they're gonna toss it to Jameson Williams, and he'll get a first down to the 24-yard line. Jameson Williams. That's one guy I was hoping the Saints would draft several years ago, even though he broke his leg against Georgia in the SEC title game. That's one guy I was hoping the Saints would draft was Jameson Williams. I can't remember if he was there or not when we picked, and who else we picked. Is that the year we picked Olave? No, can't be. Here's a play action by Goff. Throws to Montgomery to the 15, down to the 10, to the 8-yard line. Yeah, they targeted Kool-Aid. They targeted 29 today. New England did. They did their homework. They did their homework against Kool-Aid in 29. Is it the third quarter already over with? Damn. Third quarter is done already. Still 20-10. So, but we need those draft picks to work out. I mean, because they're young, and no, they're not really costing that much right now. So, we need Kool-Aid and Yadam. He needs to work out, and Quincy Riley, he's got to work out. Lante Taylor seems to be okay. So, what's up, James? Who we cut? Let's go Kansas City beat Detroit. Says who? Wait, we cut. We need our pick. We cut a second round pick from Notre Dame after one. Who'd we cut? Who's holding Mickey Loomis? Why do Saints fans keep asking this question about Mickey Loomis? He's not going nowhere. He's in the trust of the will of the team. Mickey Loomis isn't going anywhere. Nobody holds him accountable. What's up, Spike? How you doing? The linebacker from Notre Dame, he drafted in the second round. Oh, shit. What was his name? Oh, shit, what's his name? No, it wasn't Monte Te'o. That wasn't that long ago. Oh, Foskey stinks. I think he's still on the team. I think Foskey is still on the team, but he can't get in the rotation, man. Because he sucks. Foskey. Let's see. He plays for the Bengals now, but he sucks. He could never crack the roster, man. He was garbage. He was a wasted draft pick. They should have drafted somebody else. I had to go back and look at the draft. There's somebody else that the Saints could have drafted that is playing really well in the NFL right now. 1st and goal at the 9 for Detroit. Golf. Throws. Catch made at the 5. It's St. Brown. He'll be second and goal. Is it a bust? Yeah, second round pick doesn't work. If the second round pick doesn't work out, it probably could be labeled as a bust. That was a bad pick. There was the I'll go look at the draft, the next commercial break, because there was somebody else that we could have drafted that went after Foskey that's playing well. I forgot his name. Golf back to the row. And towards the end zone, and is that Laporta? Touchdown! I don't know how he got 2 feet in, but it's a touchdown. Who's responsible for that? Gail Benson is. Gail Benson is responsible for that, but she's not good. No, Mickey Lewis isn't getting fired. I don't know why people don't understand that. He did get 2 feet in. See what draft was that? Let's see. I'll just pull up Foskey. 2023 draft. He did get 2 feet in. I have no idea how Laporta got 2 feet in. Here comes the extra point. And it's up, and it is good. 20-17 now. So, yeah, Miller's been okay. At least he's healthy now. At least Miller's healthy now. Okay, let me get my glasses on so I can see here. Okay, Foskey. We drafted Foskey, pick number 40. Brian Branch, the safety for Detroit. Could have had him. Luke Musgrave, a tight end. He's a tight end for Green Bay. He's a good tight end. But it's Brian Branch I was looking at. We could have drafted Brian Branch. That's who it is. Because he's a safety that plays for Detroit. And Rasheed Rice? Rasheed Rice went after him. But isn't he in trouble? And Foskey just was not a good draft pick. Yeah, but Luke Musgrave, he's a good tight end. We could have used him. Our tight ends can't catch the ball. Yeah, Brian Branch. Let's see what's his stats. Let's see. Yeah, he had 3 interceptions his first year, 4 last year. Brian Branch did. So that's the guy I was thinking of. Brian Branch, that we could have drafted. And you know how our safety position is. Yeah, Mickey Lewis is the smartest guy in the room, man. Did you know that? That's who it is. Had to go look at it. I forgot who the player was that we could have picked other than Foskey, but next Sunday we got San Francisco and Atlanta. Man. Old NFC West foes next Sunday. I mean, with all those injuries, San Francisco is still 4-2. Here comes the kickoff. And returns at 5, 10, 15, to the 20, to the 30-yard line. First down, Kansas City. Yeah, Foskey's been Saints Talk hates him on Tiger Rant. They hate Foskey for. They hate him. They've been talking bad about him for years and how that was a horrible pick by Mickey Loomis. I forgot the player they had mentioned, but yeah, it was Branch. Here's a handoff to Hunt. He'll get to the 34-yard line. So it's going to be second down coming up. So it's 20-17 Lions. No, we waste some money on Juwan Johnson. That's the signing I didn't like, and Brandon Cooks also. 2nd and 7. Mahomes looking to throw, and incomplete. They all get hit. Now there's a flag down as Mahomes got pushed down. That's probably roughing the passer. That's probably roughing the passer. Yeah, roughing the passer. He touched Mahomes. Yeah, roughing the passer. He touched Patty Boy. He threw an incomplete pass and he touched him. Well, Hutchinson really didn't need to hit Mahomes there, but Patty Boy gets that preferable treatment, but Hutchinson didn't need to hit him. That really was not a smart play by 1st and 10 Kansas City at the 49. Here's a toss to Worthy, who'll get across midfield to the 45-yard line. Yeah, Derek Carr. Because they thought that they were, going to go to the playoffs. A lot of people would have had a lot more respect for Mickey Loomis if he would have blew the team up when Sean Payton quit. 2nd and 4. Mahomes looking to throw. And over the middle, caught. That's a first down to the 40. That's Worthy. Gets to the 35, down to the 30-yard line. First down. But, if they would have, when Sean Payton quit, they could have traded Michael Thomas, Kamara, Lattimore, Cam Jordan, and Demario Davis still had some years left at that time. They could have blew the team up, man. I got a lot of draft picks. Here's a pass out to Smith-Schuster. That's a first down to the 20. I mean, we could have got a lot of draft picks for those players. And we could have rebuilt our roster by now if we had traded Kamara and, Michael Thomas. No, I've been saying it for years. I mean, you've been listening to me probably for the last 2-3 years saying that we should have done that, but anyway. Ball to 21. It's well under the bridge now. Here's a pass out to the left. Gets up to the 13-yard line. Man, running back wouldn't go down. Smith wouldn't go down. Man, Smith wouldn't go down. And it's water under the bridge now, man. It is what it is. But so 2nd down. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 from the 12. There's a handoff. That's Pacheco. He'll get a first down to about the 8-yard line. First and goal. Kansas City. Man, Detroit's their defense is letting them down tonight. A little bit. And the Mara dropped a first down that would have extended the drive early in the first half. So But it's too late to trade Kamara and Cam Jordan Davis now. First and goal at the 8. So hand off. That's Pacheco. Who'll get down to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Second and goal. So, second and goal. Well, when Gail passes, whenever she passes, which who knows what's going to be. She's a female. She'll probably live to be 100. And she'll, whoever the new owner is at that time will, make a move to fire the GM. But Gail might live to 100, man. Second and goal. Mahomes rolls left, and now going to throw in the end zone, incomplete. How old was that Bears owner? The one that just passed recently. That was George House's granddaughter or something? Wasn't she close to being 100? I have to go look it up. I think she was in her either late 90s. Third and goal. It's 80 degrees up there in Kansas City. Mahomes looking to throw. And wide open, caught, touchdown. Hollywood Brown was wide open, touchdown. Yes, I haven't read that little will. I don't know. Does he have any? I assume he's married. I'm assuming that Mickey Loomis is married, but I don't really know for sure. Here comes the extra point. But like I said, she might live to 100. We live to 100. Extra points up and good. 27-17. And KC just wants it more than that. They don't want to go 2-4. Let's see. How old was that Chicago Bears owner that just passed away? Let's see. Yeah, the Virginia Hallis McCaskey. She was 102 years old. She just passed this year. She was 102. Gail Benson might live to be 100, man. Well, that was George Hallis was that was her dad. I said granddaughter. That was actually her dad. That's how long she's been owning the team. Yeah. How old is Gail? Women live longer than men. She's 78 years old. She can live another, 20 years, man. Women live longer than men. Because they go to the doctor. We don't go to doctors and shit. So, of course she is. I'm telling you. She might live to be in her mid-90s. Women go to the Women go to the doctor, man. That's why they live longer than men. Because we're stupid. So, of course she is. Of course she's gonna outlive Mickey Loomis. All these morons on the Saints talk saying that she needs to sell the team. No, she's living another 20 more years. She might outlive us, man. We might die before she dies. Think about that. Think about there you go, Randall. Think about that. We might die before she dies. What do you think about that, Randall? Kick a return to the 10, 15, to the 20, to the 25. That's about it for Detroit. Let me ask you that question. What you think about that? All right, so Detroit down 27-17 as they need. They still got 9:25 to go in the game. They still have time in this game, but they gotta score quickly, and their defense has to do something. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's true. If we're not living anymore, I guess we're not going to care about the Saints. I guess you're right about that, but I'm telling you, man, women. That lady she's only 78. She might live to be like 95, man. All right, so first and 10 for Detroit. 9:25 to go in the fourth. They have it at their own with 26-yard line. And there's a handoff. And that Gibbs going to get tackled for a loss. Second and 12 coming up. Of course she is. And Seattle's up 3-1 over Toronto in the ninth. And can Seattle do what the Yankees couldn't do? Probably so, because Seattle's a better team than the Yankees. They do the little things better than the Yankees. So second and 13, Goff throws. Catch made by St. Oh, did he catch it? He didn't catch it. He fumbled out of bounds. Be third down. Third down. Tomorrow is the NLCS. Dodgers and the Brewers at 8 Eastern. So third down coming up. Yeah. I'm not really surprised at that because the old man is been long gone for, a while. Third and 10. If George was alive, Boone wouldn't be here. Third and 10. And it's Goff. Going to be sacked. Fourth down. Yeah, but Boone should be fired. Him and Cashman should be gone. And they haven't won a World Series since 2009. George wouldn't have put up with that. Not in his heyday. If he was still running the team, like he wouldn't have put up with that shit. They would have won. They would have won a World Series by now if George was still around and running the team. Punts away. They'd have won by now. Because he wouldn't have put up with this shit. Ooh, feels at the 30, to the 35. Up to the 40, 45. Gets across midfield to the 47. There's a fumble. Was he down, though? The Lions say they have the ball, and now the ref's saying he's down. Yeah, that's one thing about George Steinbrenner is that he was committed to winning. And especially, when they got good in the mid to late 90s, when they were committed to winning, George did what they had to do to win. So, you're back. And they won in the 70s when he was the owner. Yeah, it's one good thing about Steinbrenner. You might not like the Yankees, but you got to give it. You got to give it to Steinbrenner. He did what he needed to do to get players uh, to buy in the Yankee way and win. So his his son doesn't. I don't think his son has that drive like George did. The one that passed away. A lot of people say the one that passed away years ago was probably the better owner of the two. Is it Hank Steinbrenner? I think he passed away several years ago. They said he was actually the better of the two sons. People say that's what people say anyway, but there's no way of knowing that. But yeah, they're gonna bring Boone back again next year. And what's the definition of insanity? Yeah. Like LSU. I just don't think they can score more than 20 points a game, man, until they do it. I think next week, if we hold Vanderbilt to 17 points, we'll win. If Vanderbilt gets to 24, 25, I think LSU can very well lose that game. But if we keep Vanderbilt on 17 points, I think we can just score enough to win the game. So 1st and 10 at the 50. There's a handoff as Pacheco gets to the 44-yard line. Yeah, I mean, no, I wasn't. I didn't really notice he had a play sheet in his hand. And I think all head coaches should have some kind of play sheet in their hand. They just shouldn't sit there with a freaking headset and look dumbfounded when something's called and like, what's that? I think all head coaches should have some kind of play sheet in their hand and be involved in the game. You're the freaking head coach, man. I know you let your coordinators do the job, but 7-5. But you can assist at times. You're the head coach. 2nd and 5. There's a handoff. There's Pacheco going to get maybe I think it's 2 yards out of that. Be 3rd down. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, we talked about it. Every game we talk about Brad Davis, how he needs to be shown the door. I mean, we have the same problems this year as last year, and we have a totally different offensive line, so it's the scheme. It's not the players, it's the scheme. 3rd and 3. And Mahomes, catch made. It's a 1st down. It's at Kelsey. It is Kelsey. At the 34. 1st down. Kelsey. Man, it must be nice to have a tight end to catch the football, Randall. That's why Musgrave would have been a good pick for the Saints. That instead of there's Tay-Tay again. It's the 2nd time they've shown her. 1st and 10. 6 catches for 78 for Kelsey. So there's a handoff as Pacheco gets up to the 29-yard line. Since Jimmy Graham, yeah, that was 2011. Let's see. Since then, yeah, since 2011, not really. I thought Jared Cook was going to be really good for the Saints because he was good with the Raiders, but Jared Cook turned out to be not good. But I really had high hopes with Jared Cook. But 2nd and 5. Here's a swing pass to the left. And it's Smith, and he's going to be about a yard short. 3rd down. Yeah, Jared Cook just turned into a fumbling, like Juwan Johnson. But I had high hopes for him. I really had hopes for Jared Cook. I was really excited when we signed him. and I thought he was going to be a really good player for the Saints, but he had some good games, but then he had a big fumble in that playoff game that everybody remembers. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Here's a handoff, and first down by Hunt to the 20, down to the 15-yard line. First down. First down. Man, just man. Detroit calls a timeout. Yeah, the last Breeze game. Everybody knows, oh man, 23 just got run over by Kareem Hunt. So we got time on the field, but Jared Cook did have some good games for the Saints, but he wasn't it wasn't great. Like he was supposed to be really great for the Saints, but turned out to be not great. So. Yeah, we had the lead, and I think we're about to go up like 2 scores. And I think if I'm trying to remember correctly, it was just past midfield, and he fumbled it. And I think we were about to go up like 2 scores late, in like midway through the fourth quarter, like that. So, man, Seattle's about to win game 1 of the ALCS. Is Kirk at the plate for Toronto. Oh, it was Devin White that knocked the ball out of his hand? Yeah, remember Devin White hurt Jameis Winston and Sean Payton's last year? I always wonder if Jameis Winston doesn't get hurt that year. I think the Saints make the playoffs that year. Does Sean Payton still leave? I guess we'll never know. It'll always be a what if, because but Toronto's about to lose game 1. And they do. But so Seattle wins game 1, 3-1. But yeah, I mean that's but they I always wanted that, man. Oh, that's right. We beat because of the hurricane. That's right. That's why we played him in Jacksonville, because of that hurricane. And Jawan Johnson actually had a good game. Go back and look at the stats. Jawan Johnson had a good game. I remember he had I think 2 touchdowns. I think 1st and 10 for KC. There's a handoff to Hunt. He'll get about 2 yards. So Detroit calls their second timeout. But yeah, I always wonder what if, because you never know. He could have left anyway, but when the Saints didn't make the playoffs, and we didn't have a quarterback, then the right was on the wall, man. But what if? Because were we like 5-1 or something like that when Winston got hurt? So 2nd and 8, hand off to Pacheco. He'll get down to the 10. I think we're like 5-1 or 5-2 when Winston got hurt that year, and Sean Payton actually had Winston looking pretty decent. But then he got hurt, and then we brought in Trevor Siemian. And we had Trevor Siemian at our backup quarterback, and man, Did we go like 7? Did we go like 79 that year? I think we won like two games the rest of the way. I think we're like 79, something like that year. But yeah, man. So Kansas City's gonna get a win, and they're not going to be 2-4. They'll be 3-3. Ian Book. Yeah, that wasn't really a good draft pick by Sean Payton. Ian Book. Where the hell is he at now? Is he even holding a clipboard for somebody in the NFL? He's not even a backup quarterback, man. Now some quarterbacks could just be good backups their whole career and make a really good living just being a backup quarterback. Ian Book couldn't even do that, man. But oh, he's selling insurance. Oh, okay. But I don't know what we're gonna do with Shuck though. I mean, I don't know if Spencer Rattler's going to be our future, franchise quarterback, but I just don't know what they can do with Shuck, man. I mean, Rattler's not playing poorly when you take him out. It would be different if he was throwing interceptions after interception in the games. So until he does that, I think you can't take him out because he's not losing you games. He's not winning you games, but oh, I don't know, man. I just want to see what Shuck has. So it's 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6. I just want to see what Shuck has. As Mahomes going to be sacked. It's 4th down. You don't find shit in preseason, man. Shuck had some good games in preseason. But you're not going to find out anything really in preseason. So field goal time here for Kansas City. It's a 33-yard field goal for Butker. Nope, Chiefs call timeout. So Lions play Tampa Bay next week. Then they got a bye week. And they play the Vikings, the Commanders, the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, Saints have a rough schedule coming up, man, with the Bears and the Buccaneers, the Falcons. All right, so field goal time here for Kansas City. 33-yard field goal. Snap, kick, up, and it is good. 30-17, Kansas City. And now they go ahead by 13 points. Yeah, you're right. Aren't you supposed to have like a last place schedule? Because the NFL does that. Right, they don't give a team that has like a bad team a tough schedule next year. Because usually you play, like if you're like fifth, if you're 4th in the South, you play the 4th team in the NFC East, some shit like that. I guess we could beat the Bears. The Bears aren't great. I mean, Chicago's not great, but all right. So kickoff, and there's kickoff. Returns to the 10, 15, to the 20, to the 25. That's about it. And the Tampa's pretty good. Carolina's better. So that's we play those teams, twice a year. I mean, we're not going to beat Tampa. I don't think we're beating Carolina. And Atlanta, maybe we can split Atlanta. I don't know. But the NFC South is, other than outside the Saints, is the Panthers and the Buccaneers are, we're not beating those teams. 1st and 10, golf. That's offsides. And catch me by Laporta, who'll get down to the 36-yard line. You saw something today in a game, but competent refs? No. Offside against the defense. No decline it. Man, the refs today in the Saints game was just awful, man. They were just throwing flag after flag after flag after flag. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the Jets had negative 10 passing yards because of sacks. Right. I think he had, 55 yards passing or something like that, or 45. Golf, going to be almost sacked, and he gets hit and incomplete. Man. Yeah. Negative 10 passing yards. Fuck, man, that Les Miles. Damn. Yeah, he got sacked 9. Yeah, he got sacked 9 times. 9 times. Remember Ferris Bueller? I don't remember him being absent 9 times. 31 after the offsides call. 30-yard for Detroit. We got 2:07 to go in the game. Back to throw his golf. And that ball came out weird, incomplete. It's 4th down. Yeah, how's that happen in a professional football game? This isn't like, college where you can out-recruit somebody and have a huge talent, difference between the two teams. Why are they running the football on 3rd and 1 when the 2-minute warning's coming up? Why are coaches so fucking dumb, man? I just don't get the play calls, man. Everything's got to be in the shotgun on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. What, man? They're throwing it. Golf back to throw on 4th and 1, and incomplete. They don't run it one time, man. It was 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, and they don't run it one time with a 2-minute warning. I mean, the clock was going to stop. Well, get the first down. Get the first down. What is going on with play calling, Randall? It's 3rd and 1, it's 4th and 1, and you don't run it once. When the 2-minute warning is about to come up, so the clock is going to stop if you get the first down. You don't have to worry about spiking the ball. Get the first down and move on. Why are coaches so dumb, man? What is up with these freaking analytics that says you had to throw the ball on 3rd and 1 because it gives you a better chance at winning? Get the first down extends the drive. Man, and I get it, man. Analytics have to be a part of the game. I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, no, you can't just look at me. No, it can't be part of the game at all. It's got to be a tool. It's got to be a tool in the game. Analytics have to be part of the game plan. But common sense has to take over sometimes when it's 3rd and 1. Run the football, get a first down. A lot of coaches have that, man. A lot of coaches just can't operate the game clock. I mean, it's mind-boggling how many coaches just their clock management skills are just awful. It's crazy. We always make fun of Les Miles about it, but I mean, there's a lot of coaches like that. They just don't know when to call a timeout. So it's just it is what it is. Look at Deion Sanders. Was it the first game of the year? He didn't call a timeout. Who were they playing when they lost at home? I think it was the first game of the year. Was it BYU? I forgot who the frick they were playing. But Deion didn't call a timeout, and it cost him. They could have ran like 2 or 3 more plays, and so. Yeah, Les Miles did have his problem with the clock. I agree. Multiple times. But a lot of these coaches, man, just don't know when to call a timeout. And it's mind-boggling that it happens, it seems like every week somebody has a problem. That's a kneel down, and the game is going to be over. So, yeah, oh yeah, remember that. Yeah. Yeah, remember the Ole Miss game, the Tennessee game? Yeah, Les Miles had several games where he mismanaged the clock, and they didn't know. The Ole Miss game was the worst, man, because he told the quarterback to spike it when he couldn't. You had to hike the ball. There was like 1 second left. You got to hike it. You can't spike the ball 1 second left. Yeah, the Tennessee game. I remember we ran a play, and there was like 20 seconds left, and then we were subbing people in and out off the field, and then it came to a point where it was like 5 seconds left, and we still ain't lined up right. I'm like, what are they doing? It's like. All right, we got one more kneel down for Kansas City. Bad. Let's see the Chiefs won. All right. Yeah, that was yeah, just I'm telling you, coaches, a lot of coaches just wait, was there a fight? I was closing the betting out. Was there a fight after the game with these players? What the hell's going on here? I gotta rewind it, find out what happened. Let's see. I gotta rewind it. Gotta see what happened here. As the players were going at it after the hell yeah, the NFL's gonna look at this. Hope nobody threw a punch. Because the NFL will definitely look at this. Somebody on the ground? Was there a coach? Was there a coach on the ground? Damn. Yeah, the NFL is going to look at this, and they'll probably give out those $5,000 fines to these players. Man. I don't know what happened. What started the fisticuff, but oh, Mahomes tap Branch. Oh, Branch hit Smith Schuster. That's what happened. Oh, Branch is that wasn't that the guy we were just talking about. The Saints could have Branch started it all because he hit one of the Chiefs players, Smith Schuster. Oh yeah, he's gonna be going. He's gonna get fined. That guy Branch is gonna get fined. Yeah, the camera don't lie, man. The camera's gonna find you tomorrow night. I might do the Dodgers and the Brewers. Yeah, so yeah, that's what happened. Branch threw a punch at somebody. And that's what started the whole melee. Don't these players know there's cameras everywhere? Don't they know that there's cameras everywhere and that you're going to get caught? So I mean, it's not like it was back in the '80s when there wasn't many cameras around and you can get away with shit. There's cameras everywhere. I mean, there's cameras up in there's cameras above. There's drones. There's everything. You can't get away nothing, man. These players just are just stupid sometimes, man. Yeah, but yeah, the Brent was the guy I was talking about. Oh man, so 30-17, Kansas City wins over Detroit. So peace out. See you tomorrow night. And so look for Branch to get a fine later in the week by the NFL for his fighting. They should won't they fine a game check, and then you can't play the next week. Maybe that'll slow some of these idiots down that think they can just throw punches and spit on people, like Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott. To take a game check away from these players, and suspend them for the next game, and maybe it'll slow it down a little bit. But anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you guys